Greetings to the graduating class of 2020 from East High School. This is Superintendent Bedell with a quick opening announcement. I want to start off by thanking each and every single one of our parents, guardians, and supporters of these graduates, in addition to our faculty and staff, for a job well done. I also want to thank each and every single one of you for working with us as we've had to pivot to do commencement a little bit differently than in the past. But I know that you will enjoy watching this production and you will get to have this for many years to come. To our graduating seniors, I look forward to following you, watching you go out and lead and advocate and fight on behalf of all Kansas Cityans. We need your advocacy and your voice as we work to make Kansas City a better city for all, as we work to advance the state of Missouri, and as we work to make this country a truly inclusive country for all. So congratulations to each and every single one of you. We are very proud of you. Go out and be great.
Thank you all for coming to support the young men and women who are now about to start the next chapter in their lives. They worked hard to get to this point. They did not get a chance to end their senior year like any other class before them due to this global pandemic. Despite all the challenges these young men and women encountered, they graduated with the highest graduation rate in recent years of any class since 2008. The graduation rate for the 2020 East High School class is 71.9, and that is before any senior graduates are even counted. This is something to celebrate and be proud of. I thank you all for your patience and for how you persevered through the year. As I thought about what to discuss in this opening speech, one word kept popping up into my mind: leadership. This class has so many natural leaders. I don't think I've ever experienced the level of potential leadership in one class as this one. We have future difference makers. We have future powerhouses in our community sitting in front of me today. All I ask is that you do not let things get in your own way. Our society needs power leaders, and I feel we have the future of Kansas City in the hands of one or more of our graduates right now. I hope you take what you learned at East and apply it to make a difference in your lives, as well as everyone else's you come into contact. East has made huge gains a few past years, and we're not slowing down. You will be proud of the future classes coming along, and will let others know proudly that you're an East Bear when you hear of all those good things happening. No matter what you choose to do, as long as you are the best at it, you will lead a happy life. We want you to know that we will be here for you a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years down the road if you need anything. Once a bear, you're always a bear. Thank you for allowing me and the other faculty and staff to be part of your life. It has been a great ride for me since I've only been around you for only 2.5 years. I wish we were together 4 years so I could have gotten to know more of you at the level I wanted. We have wonderful memories of you all. Even with the pandemic, I wouldn't trade them for anything. I'm so proud to have been part of your academic journey. Keep in mind that your journey isn't remotely over. Always seek to learn something that will help you become successful. Always seek to improve yourself. High school is the first milestone. Don't settle. We want to see you either earn a college degree, a technical certificate, learn a trade that utilizes your skills and talents. Good luck this coming year in whatever you choose to do. Please keep in mind, and when it's time, please come back and give back to East. We want to celebrate our alumni when they come and visit. I will miss each of you next year. Much love to all of you, and go Bears.
Good afternoon. I am Ben Richardson, Vice Principal at East High School, and I have the pleasure of introducing our esteemed Board of Directors, Superintendent of Schools, and the Executive Cabinet members of the Kansas City Public Schools. The Kansas City Public Schools Board of Directors: Patty Manser, Chair; Nate Hogan, Vice Chair; Manny R. Abarca, the fourth, Treasurer; Rita Marie Cortez; Marvia Jones; Mark Wasserstrom; Jennifer Wolfsey. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mark T. Bedell. Kansas City Public School Cabinet members: Dr. Marla Shepard, Deputy Superintendent; Linda Quinley, Chief Financial and Operations Officer; Dr. Jennifer Collier, Chief Human Resource Officer; William Thornton, Chief Legal Counsel; and Kelly Wachel, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yushia. I was born and raised in Thailand in the refugee camp. In the refugee camp where I grew up, houses were made with bamboo, logs, and leaves. The leaves were not very strong, so whenever it rained, the rain would drift through the roof, which caused many people to easily get cold and the flu. My parents were originally from Myanmar, where they had to move frequently from place to place, and they lived a fearful life due to the civil war. It was extremely difficult to have an ethical government that randomly came to our village, burned down our houses, tried to arrest us, forced us to carry food and weapons of Burmese army, and kill us for no reason. It is unbelievable that this situation is still going on until today. After fleeing from village to village and from jungle to jungle, my parents ended up in the refugee camp in Thailand. Growing up in the refugee camp was similar to living in a prison. There was no freedom, and the education system was very poor. Since there was no higher education available for a refugee, I was hopeless. I usually prayed to God to open the door for me to have a better life. Fortunately, the door opened up for my family to come to the United States through the world organization called UNHCR. We came to the United States in 2016. I'm very grateful that now I have an opportunity for a better life and access to higher education. When I first relocated in the United States, I faced many difficulties due to new environment and language barrier. Imagine, you have lived in a place without electricity or a car for your whole life. And now you are seeing many cars and having to use the electricity for the first time. How surprised will you be? I remember when my family had to stay at the hotel all the way coming to the United States. We didn't know the toilet was automatically flushed. We worked so hard. We tried to pull and press everything on the bathroom. But it didn't help us at all. We were so amazed when the toilet finally flushed on its own. When I arrived in the United States, everything was new and surprising. I saw big buildings, vehicles, and different races of people. I was so scared. I didn't understand what people were saying. In my freshman year of high school, I often had a hard time to understanding the instructions of my teachers. I always had to check my correct dictionary to understand the English because Korean language does not exist on Google Translate. However, I'm blessed that I was able to come to the United States and get to start a new life. I feel so grateful. I have a great community that support me. I also have my parents and teachers who always guide me and support me from my education. I have always had a passion to become a doctor. The reason that I want to become a doctor and learn about the medications is that I want to be useful to my family and others. Personally, I almost lost my life due to malaria while living in the refugee camp. Doctors and nurses were superheroes to me. They saved my life. Now I want to be like them and save other people's lives. I also wish to help my mother, who currently has to deal with chronic disease. Thanks to the support I have received at East and my hard work, I'm currently receiving a scholarship called KC Scholar, which is helping me to make my dreams of becoming a doctor a reality. I feel so happy for this opportunity. I would like to thank my teachers, school administrators, my parents, and my community for preparing me to go to college in order to reach my goal. Thank you all so much. You all are my heroes. May God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Brian Van Osdale, Senior Vice Principal. I have the honor of recognizing the graduates this afternoon. First, I want to say thank you to all the parents and guardians for allowing us to educate your children in the Kansas City Public Schools. Thank you again, faculty, for all of your hard work, your dedication, advocacy, and support during this unprecedented school year. At East High School, we have students who have attended the Early College Academy. The ECA is a partnership between the Kansas City Public Schools and Penn Valley Community College. The ECA is designed for highly motivated high school students who are ready to leave the high school environment and participate in the rigor of being full-time college students. Through the ECA, qualified high school students will graduate with an associate's degree from Penn Valley and their high school diploma. The National Honor Society is a nationwide organization that had its foundings in 1921 by the National Association of Secondary School Principals. Selection is based on 4 criteria: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Students must maintain a 3.0 grade point average, be good citizens in the school and community, and participate in service projects to better their environment. The time spent working on special service projects contributes toward their monthly service hour requirement. Members of the National Honor Society are recognized by wearing a blue and gold honor cord. A+, in an effort to enhance educational opportunities for high school students, the Missouri Legislature established the A+ Schools program as part of the Outstanding Schools Act of 1993. Graduates who qualify may be eligible to receive financial assistance with tuition and fees to any public community college, vocational, or technical school in the state of Missouri, contingent upon continued funding by the Missouri Legislature. Our A+ seniors graduating this afternoon are wearing a white cord. East High School is the premier Kansas City high school with our Pathways program. In conjunction with Manual Career Technical Center, students are offered opportunities to prepare themselves in a career or college-ready field. Our pathway programs are offered are agriculture, automotive collision and automotive technology, barber and cosmetology, biohealth and science, business and finance, computer science, construction, culinary arts, EMT, engineering, robotics, graphic design, digital media, hospitality and tourism, law and public safety, nursing, and teaching. We have a host of young men and women who were awarded with various scholarships to help them attain their career dreams. 9 KC scholars, traditional, which equals $50,000 over 5 years. 12 KC scholars for the University of Missouri equals $50,000 over 5 years. 1 KC scholar, University of Missouri at Kansas City, is equal to $50,000 over 5 years. East High School is proud to have 14 A-plus scholars. SHAWNEE Warren, one of our graduates, received the Hope Honeywell Scholarship. ATRA-NIESE Jones received the Black Achiever Scholarship, Red Cross Scholarship, James and Edith Henderson Scholarship, J.M.&D Breeding Scholarship, and the Renaissance Engineering Scholarship. MICHYLA Westbrook received the AAUW 100 High School Girls Scholarship, Operation Breakthrough Charles Simpson Memorial Scholarship. Our Hispanic Development Fund Scholarship recipients were Ana Martinez Contrero, Guadalupe Sanchez, Luis Zavala, and Jose Zavala. 150 seniors completed their FAFSA and received full Pell Grants, which equals $6,195. Top award winners for our scholarships this year: Alex Vila, $121,780. SHAWNEE Warren, $114,780. MICHYLA Westbrook, $85,780. ALIANCE SALAMA, $48,780. The grand total for East High School class of 2019 was $1,484,420. I am happy to say the grand total of East High School scholarships for the class of 2020 is $2,235,750. That is an increase of 66%. 2020 has been one of the most pivotal years in all of American history. Can you imagine being a KCPS student in the year 2099, learning about COVID-19, the protests around prejudice and bigotry in the cities across America, the 2020 presidential election, and the widespread unemployment and the impact they had on the lives of those living in 2099 Kansas City? Never in the history of our country has it been more imperative for young adults to become actively engaged in their civic duty than in 2020. For so many, the American dream is not a reality in our current time. Prejudice and bigotry are the deadliest pandemic of our time. As with COVID-19, there seems to be no vaccine for this pandemic. I, however, would challenge that notion. The cure for the prejudice and bigotry in our country today is the voices and actions of our young adults fully engaging in the process to create sustainable, real change. In other words, y'all need to get woke. Better yet, we all need to get woke. Our ancestors did not march in the streets and across bridges, sit at counters, ride freedom buses across the South, stage boycotts for us to still be fighting for basic human rights in 2020. So my question to you is, what is going to be your legacy? Who among you will be the next Fannie Lou Hamer, Shirley Chisholm, John Lewis, Lucy G. Acosta, Cesar Chavez, Wilma Mankiller, or Harvey Milk? Please do not discount the power you hold inside yourself. Don't allow self-doubt to take root and tell you that your voice is nothing, or you're too young, ain't no one gonna listen to you. Dispel those thoughts and voices from your mind. I know in my heart, I am here looking at the civil rights leaders that students will be learning about in 2099 history classes right in front of me. Each of you have that calling and the capacity inside you to be the voice of positive and sustainable change. One of the greatest honors of my life has been being your vice president for the past 3 years. I've had the privilege to watch you go from adolescents to young adults. I treasure the conversations we've shared, and I continue to be inspired by you, your hopes, and your dreams. I pray daily that each of you will see these dreams come to fruition. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do." What I know without a shadow of a doubt is that each of you can and will do whatever you set your mind, heart, and soul to do. You will always hold a special place in my heart, a place that only belongs to you, the class of 2020. I promise that I will stand up with my entire being to advocate and support each of you. To say I am proud of you is not only cliche, but also wholly insufficient. I am humbled and inspired by your words, by this class. Go forth and create the legacy you want your grandchildren and great-grandchildren to share with their peers and teachers in 2099. I love each of you, and remember, I will always be just a phone call or an email away. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, especially the class of 2020. I feel that this is a difficult time to celebrate with everything going on right now. Sadly, too many people have died of a terrible illness in a matter of months. Protests have made us aware of racism and inequality that affect us all and has led to the damage of our community. These are all serious and important events, but let's not forget that we, class of 2020, have much to celebrate. We have worked hard to get to this day. We deserve to celebrate this happy moment. I want to thank all the people who believe in us and push us to become better people, especially our teachers, principals, and counselors, who had to sacrifice and quickly create a way to help us get here. I want everyone to remember the beautiful moments you spent with your friends, whether it was crying and sharing at sports match or walking and talking in the halls or at lunch. Remember the talks the teachers had with us, the lessons they taught us so we could be better people. Also, thank you to our parents for rolling us out of bed, reminding us of homework and believing in us. We are here because of your love. I'm so happy that each of my classmates has completed this important goal, and I wish you all the best. I hope that all of these experiences, both good and bad, will cause you to value more things in your life and not take anything for granted. We are strong, class of 2020. We have the future in front of us. Let's make a difference for our families and communities. Thank you for coming tonight and stay safe. Class of 2020, congrats. All of you are great people. Stay strong and enjoy your life.
This year's graduating class is unlike any other. Together, we've survived Trump's first term, our prom's cancellation, a new global pandemic, and all of Mr. Richardson's bad jokes. We've all worked hard, stayed strong, and buried our stress in a flood of memes for the past 4 years, but this graduation, my friends, is not an ending, it's a beginning. This graduation marks the beginning of our lives as young men and women who will change the world. This marks the beginning of our journeys to discover the best versions of ourselves. We will all take different paths. We will all make mistakes, like Mr. Meyer's finger tattoo or all of Miss Coronado's Spirit Day outfits. But if we can bounce back and learn something from those mistakes, we can never truly fail. In light of the social issues that have come about recently, I would like to remind our class that we are of the most politically aware and active classes. We already know what the problems are that we see in the world, and now we have the liberties, knowledge, and freedom to do something about them. Each and every one of you has all the potential in the world, and all the right opportunities are out there waiting for you. You just need to grab onto them and run with them. In addition to school-wide matters, I know each of you has fought through personal battles as well to get to where we are. For example, my friend David, whose family struggled through war in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I'd like to invite him up to say a few words.
Thank you for this opportunity for me to share my story, and I hope that it will encourage you to keep going or moving forward in life. Education, I was born in Congo in a place called Mulenge. Mulenge is a remote area with lack of electricity, construction development, roads, and much more. Furthermore, the schools that are in Mulenge lack supplies such as books, electricity, computers, pens, proper schooling facilities, and other basic supplies that are needed in the daily life of a student. As you can tell, making it education-wise was almost impossible. In 2010, my family and I flew from my country to Kenya. People who leave their countries are not always fleeing from danger. They might believe they have a better chance of finding work or gain more opportunities. Others might want to join relatives or friends who are already living abroad, or they might seek to start or finish their education in another country. My case was different. We had to flee because of war and unrest. Most people in the world have had the experience of leaving the place where they grew up. Maybe they will only move as far as the next village or city, but for some people, they will need to leave their country entirely, sometimes for a short time, but sometimes forever. In Kenya, we were officially selected as refugees. Life was difficult as a refugee. When you are a refugee in another country, you have limited possibilities for a good job that can pay for education for your kids, and you cannot go to prestigious schools due to lack of finance, etc. Through all that, I persisted and pushed myself to study no matter how hard life was. We eventually got a chance to come to the US through the help of UN, which I'm very grateful for. When we arrived in the US, I knew little to no English. After getting accepted to East High School, I thought that things were only going to get worse. But I was wrong. I was surprised by how diverse East was. It was so easy to find myself because of the kind and caring community at East. I did my best to learn as much as I could, and after 2 years at East High, I got an opportunity to take some dual credits, which meant that I was going to get my associate in arts degree with my high school diploma. I wanted to take the opportunity, but I was skeptical of my abilities. Only after taking the ACUPLESA and passing it did I realize how East had prepared me in the past 2 years. Today, I have my diploma and Associate of Arts degree, and this is all thanks to God and East. Your success is not determined by your ethnicity, your background, nor your past, but it is affected by the present. Not dropping out of high school when things were hard was one of the best choices that I ever made. Today, I am happy as a king and proud as a peacock, and this is all thanks to all the teachers and staff, principal and vice principals, and all those who helped and who are still helping us, seniors and other students as well. Your positivity and encouragement brightened my days. You made me a better, more thoughtful person. Your kindness made me feel welcomed and comfortable. You inspired me to begin this new chapter in my life. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your patience throughout this year. It meant the world to me.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, David. I'd like to note that he isn't the only hero of his own story here. Take, for example, Tanisha Burton, who, after her brother Joshawn passed away, almost drowned in her grief. Somehow, she found the strength within herself to wake up every morning with happiness in her heart and a new dedication to finish out the year. Oh, and let's not forget our favorite quarterback, Christian Owens. When his grandfather passed away, he became lost and in pain. He didn't know how to carry on. However, he used his emotions to persevere with football and the rest of the school year. These are the kind of warriors graduating from East this year. And I know the fighting spirit in each and every one of you will lead you to do amazing things. On a lighter note, class of 2020, we did it! Although we'll all miss the OG Poppy Chulo wave check king, Mr. Lawrence, asking us, how many X's? And annoying our favorite teachers, administrators, and our friends during the passing period, it's time for us to leave. No more bell schedules or EOCs. No more awkward silence after being asked if we think we grown. No more advisories or petty battles of the classes. We're moving up and out. Goodbye pepper spray, hello fresh air. Adios teachers who pretend they care about extra credit, and hola profesores a los que en realidad no les importa. In case you missed the last part, hello professors who actually don't care. Now, we all still have big mountains to move and hills to climb, but this is a milestone we will never forget, even if it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. Lastly, I would like to thank teachers, administrators, nurses, custodial teams, cafeteria workers, counselors, and most importantly, parents, for all the time, effort, and money you've put in to get us to where we are today. Now, it's our time to go out into the world and make you all proud. But this, East Bears, is not a goodbye, so see you soon.
Superintendent Dr. Mark T. Bedell, will you please join me at the podium? On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of East High School, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2020 candidates for graduation. These students have met all state and district requirements to be considered a graduate from the Kansas City Public Schools. Dr. Bedell, would you please give your remarks and accept our graduating class of 2020 from East High School?
Thank you, Principal Hinojosa. I want to start off by thanking all of our faculty and staff members for a job well done. East High School will graduate one of its largest graduating classes since we started tracking cohorts back in 2003, and I simply can't express my gratitude for your hard work in helping these young adults get across the stage. So I want to thank our building administration, faculty, and staff. I also want to thank all of our parents and guardians for working with these graduates over the last 13 years. Thank you, and thank you for supporting them, but also thank you for trusting us with them. We live in extraordinary times. Extraordinary times produce extraordinary people. My message is simple. You are extraordinary. This accomplishment that we are celebrating today, your graduation, is remarkable. More than 90% of our students in the Kansas City Public School District are children of color. Most of the faces I see in here tonight look a lot like me, black or brown. It wasn't that long ago when very few of you, because of the color of your skin, would have been given any sort of opportunity to cross this stage. It wasn't that long ago, maybe 2 generations ago, maybe less. Many of you have parents and certainly grandparents who remember legal segregation and who participated in the civil rights movement to bring that to an end. They fought to earn your right and opportunity to cross this stage. That in itself makes this day extraordinary. The narrative of the dominant white society would have us believe that our struggle ended with legal equality. It did not. Hate and racism were planted in the foundations of this nation. We all know that. From the first enslaved Africans brought to this continent in 1619, to the two-thirds compromise embedded in the Constitution, to the Dred Scott case and segregation, we know the truth of who we are as a people. This has always been two nations, divided, unequal, and inequitable. That foundation of hate, fear, and racism didn't die with the civil rights movement. It evolved. White America figured out how to take some of the very tools created to help us, like the 13th Amendment, and twist them against us. We were criminalized and marginalized. White America maintained its monopoly on wealth, health, and opportunity. Black and brown people became fugitives in their own skin through the corruption of law enforcement, financial institutions, and sadly, yes, even educational institutions. We know these things are true. We knew they were true while watching George Floyd have the life squeezed out of him under the knee of a police officer. We are all gasping for air. And yet, you are crossing this stage and getting your high school diploma, even with that degree of oppression, even with the weight of history against your neck. You did this. You earned this. That is why this day is extraordinary. If you can earn a high school diploma in face of such overwhelming forces of fear, hate, and racism arrayed against you, imagine just for a minute what else you can do. Anything and everything. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't get any easier, but you are all strong. You are all titans. You have the blood of survivors in your veins. I truly believe you are the most resilient, adaptable, and innovative generation we've ever seen. That is why this day is extraordinary, and that is why you all are extraordinary. I simply ask this of you: help one another, keep telling the truth, keep marching, keep holding authority figures, including us, accountable. Keep breaking that rock. We will overcome. It is a privilege to have been a part of the team in the Kansas City Public School District who have helped guide you to this point. We will continue to have your back as you push forward. Now go out and be extraordinary. Upon the recommendation of the administration and faculty of East High School, I seek the authority of the chair and the school board of the Kansas City Public Schools to confer upon each of you a high school diploma with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Members of the board, do you accept this class? Yes. Thank you. As superintendent of schools, I certify that these seniors have met all of the requirements set forth by the Kansas City Public School Board and the state of Missouri. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2020 to be graduates of East High School.
Abdi Salan Abdallah. Muhibullah Baki. Abdullahi Abdullahi. Fatuma Abdullahi. Binti Abidi. Mawa Abwe. Khadija Aiden. Mayadeen Ahmed. Id Abdi Ahmed. Hafida Aiden. Darius Alexander. Rajane Alexander. Aliyah Al-Hachami. Idurus Ali. Sakawadeen Awao. Manar Al-Mahmud. Brandon Abram. Dahabo Abukar. Ladna Ali. Muhammad Ali. Rodolfo Arambula Carrillo. Yareli Avalos. Halimo Awao. Carla Ayala. Tirshana Adhikari. Hadil Al-Khatib. Mohammed Al-Khatib. Aresli Avila Trujillo. Hadija Bahati. Shadrach Bahati. Shukurani Balenga. Angel Lugo. Bangham Edward. Keith Banks. Alyssa Barber. Traven Barnett. Benoit Billambell. John Bravo Botello. Robin Brittine. Johnny Buford. Tanisha Burton. Guillermo Gonzalez. Brian Cervantes Valencia. Isidro Contreras Cabanas. Jennifer Hernandez. Carlos Corvera Chavez. Alicia Sky Cheffin. Kenya Claro Nolasco. Wahi Dar. Kavion Dean. Jesus Angel Dimas Rodriguez. Stefano Michael Atumbula. Musa Ekengya. Zaylen Fitzgerald. Ashanti Ford. Zakayo Hatageka. Asia Evans. Niota Ekela. Vanessa Eliasant. Daniela Flores Tejada. Julian Duran. Ruby Galindo Galindo. Maulid Gudal. Beverly Gunn. Efrain Gutierrez Gomez. Saidi Hassani. Diana Henriquez. Adolfo Hernandez. Aneth Hernandez. Lawrence Henderson. Suzanne Blage. Fidel Golande. Jalen Hart. Jasmine Hart. Abdul Kadir Hassan. Alonzia Hicks. Markayla Higgins. Raymond Hill. Shyla Hill. Yeah, I know that's right. Monica Hughes. Gabino Jaimes Granados. Desiree Jones. Ide Kashindi. Edie Kebe. Arafat Ibrahim. ATRA-NIESE Jones. Lydia Cutler. Elias Kaboyi. Kaboyi. Kiza Kakosi. Saad Kariye. Zuber Kariye. Nura Kariye. Jonathan Kilongo.
Moises Camacho. Yara Lara. Yuriel de Jesús León Jiménez. Melvin Lewis. Katy Linares Rosales. Furaha Lulinda. Shukuru Lulinda. Dunia Lusungu. Juan Carlos Manso Cabrera. Maua Matias. Nangeso Mawaza Bilengana. Pascal Caliza. Long Lee. Tasia Hawkins. Fun Lee. Ana Melendres. Vitor Madrid Romero. Kaya Maltbia. Alexis Marcil. Ana Martinez Cantarero. Tamaya Davis Cannon. Kevin Lopez Portillo. Denise Martinez Ortega. Yasmin Malagón. Siri Matias. Jonathan Menes. Hawa Mbavu. Tiandre McNeil. Joel Medina. Jonathan Monroy. Juan Medina. María Meléndez Corral. Jatavia Miller. Rauda Muhammad. Raúl Montoya. Jacob Moreno. Adolphe Mesembwa. Nima Mesembwa. Ombeni Mubengwa. Mukucha Mukandama. Lailia Munitanda. Hibo Omar. Pri Pa. Uwasi Mutesi. Kambale Nalukuli. Kiza Nalukuli. Olympia Navarro Dubon. David Daishimie. Novice Nafor. Claude Gabire. Agnes Ninjimbere. Mediatrice Nyogushima. Ashley Ocampo. Pierre Dédale. Amaya Marie Neal. Jacob Winelwata. Naima Omer. Edwin Ontiveros Rodriguez. Christian Owens. Rosalind Peeler. Angel Piggies. Brian Peña Pérez. Jasu Ray. Raysop Ray. Espérance Rajabu. Heidi Portillo. Destiny Preston. Harry Aseko. Fernando Quiñones Lara. Gilberto Quintero. Sharkeisha Morrison. Arnulfo Reynoso. Ashanti Robinson. Jesus Rodriguez. Destiny Rolfe. Deontay Ross. Lourdes Rubio Rodriguez. Kadogo Rukundu. Alice Sabato. Francisca Sainz. Alliance Salama. Samantha Salazar. Samantha Sanchez. Guadalupe Sanchez Barbosa. Isha Said. Tajay Sanders. Richie Sejour. Delshon Monique Shelton. Fidel Shema. Rainisha Simpson. Nyla Scannell. Ezekiel Smith. Trey Smith. Kiera Joshe Smith. Risho Sutam. Emma Shukuru. Lonnie Snow. Benedicto Sumaili. Clarence Sumaili. Rodas Tarek. Sinait Tarek. Travion Taylor. Kin Nandaso. Edgar Murillo. Courtney Thurman. Nason Tobin. Kayleen Torres. Sophanie Tran. Umuliza Kobwa. Dian Umutoni. Michael Vargas. Micaiah White. Yahaira Vejar Quesada. Oscar Omar Velázquez Esteban. Yesenia Velázquez. Rosalba Verduzco Magaña. Alexander Villa. Babluwa. Adolphe Walemba. SHAWNEE Warren. Sabrina Whalen. Stephanie Guzman. Jaden Jersh. Edgar Moreno. Safa Abbas Altai. Serafina Habimana. Shukuru Habimana. Armando Serrato. MICHYLA Westbrook. Essence Williams. Jason Williams. Khalil Williams. Ambriana Wright. Khalid Youssef. Luis Zavala Almendares. José Zavala Castellanos. Yushia. Jennifer Valles. Adrian Maxwell. Cyril Deutard. Serge Mialano Choma. Rosa Alvarado Valdez. Isabella Henke. Edwin Abrego Núñez.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. First off, I want to thank the faculty, friends, and family for joining us tonight on this very special day. Well, everyone, we did it. Today is the day we have waited for as long as we can remember. As kids, all we ever wanted to do was to grow up. But being here with you all today made me want to slow things down a bit. Looking back at our time at East Seniors, it's easy to overlook our blessing, but we have been very blessed to be part of such an incredible school and community. The diversity of our student body, our experiences, our pride is what makes us its bearers. Over the past few years, we have grown not only alone, but together, and I believe we have formed one of the most graduating classes East High School has ever seen. However, high school is high school. All of us have struggled with something at one point or another, and that's okay. I believe tough situations build strong people. Challenges will continue to be part of our life, but don't be afraid. Always have the courage to continue with the process, and you will learn who you truly are. No matter what obstacle you face, aim to be the best version of yourself possible. Be great by your own definition. Live by your values and push yourself to achieve your dream because you only have one life, so live it. Senior year was full of personal discoveries and lessons. Having to learn about yourself as a person and most importantly, the person you will become. We have also made new friends. We have gone on new adventures and created new memories that will last us a lifetime. Caught in the moment, we never realized that these memories will be part of the things we will have experienced. The last football games, the last time we will play tag through the hallways or even walk through the halls at East. But nothing can last forever. We have always been taught to never give up and that nothing is impossible if you put your mind into it. Now is that time to do just that. It's time to be great, to inspire, to grow, to be kind, to be compassionate, and stand up for others as you would want them to stand up for you. Encourage those around you and respect everyone. But most of all, find your purpose. If you find your purpose and meaning in one part of life, it will grow in every area of your life. No matter what you end up doing in the future, make sure it's something you're proud of. Class of 2020, at this time, rise. You may turn your tassel to the left. Blessing on the journey and congratulations, class of 2020.
On behalf of East High School, I would like to extend our appreciation to the staff and students who worked so diligently to make today a significant event for all of our graduating students, but more importantly, for the parents, families, and friends who have joined us here today to celebrate your students' achievements during these unprecedented times. Graduation is a milestone, and we are proud of you. Remember, once an East Bear, always an East Bear.
I want to thank you for this amazing privilege to be able to share with you today. We feel so passionately about the next generation. We have a great heart for the next generation and a great belief in your future. I'm reminded daily that the future, it only works for those that believe in it. And I want to encourage you to believe in your future and to always expect good things to happen in your lives. And I want to share with you just 7 really basic leadership principles that I've always tried to apply in my life. I call it organizational harmony. And I think these principles work in every aspect of life, whether it be in your family, your community, your team, your business, wherever you are. If you can apply these principles, I think you'll be on your way of having that harmony and that peace in your lives that we all desperately strive for. And so one of the things that I commit each and every year is to do the following. 1, I want to remind myself to settle disputes quickly. I don't want ill relations with people in my life, especially people that I'm close to. And when I work hard to settle those disputes quickly, it shows that I'm willing to forgive. And forgiveness is such a key element to happiness and success in life. We never want that seed of bitterness planted inside that's going to destroy our demeanor and give us an improper perspective on life. We're the one that is constantly hurt if we're unable to forgive. So forgiveness is a huge part of that. By settling disputes quickly, you are practicing forgiveness. Secondly, be responsive. Be responsive to people. It just simply shows that you care about them. Thirdly, have an above and beyond attitude. Give people more than they expect. It shows that you're willing to serve them and put them first. And leadership begins and ends with putting others first. Leaders exist to help other people. Value them first. Serve others. Have an above and beyond attitude. Fourthly, stand up for your people. I found the best way to encourage others is by standing up for them. And when you encourage people, you are motivating them. When they know that you have their back and you're willing not to kick them when they're down, but lend a helping hand when they are struggling, it brings great source of encouragement to their lives and helps them get through the next day. Remain calm in the eye of the storm. Learn to respond instead of react. This is so important. I've learned when emotion comes in, logic often leaves. Prayer is a big part of how I learn to remain calm in the eye of the storm. I'm a man of faith. Some of you may or may not know that, but I rely on my faith to get me through these troubling and challenging times. In fact, we're in a storm right now. And I would just challenge you to try to find proper perspective, seek wise counsel, deal with this in a way that you can use it to your benefit going forward. Challenges are meant to mold us and shape us and guide us in the future. Learn to respond instead of react by remaining calm in the eye of the storm. Share the glory. You've already experienced a lot of success, and you're going to even experience more success in your life. And when you achieve those great accomplishments, people have helped you along the way. Give others credit. Share the glory. It shows that you're humble, and people want to follow humble leaders. And finally, practice one-on-one communication. Spend time with others in small groups, one-on-one. Shows that you're willing to give perhaps your most important commodity, and that's your time. Plus, you learn to delight in others, and you share your heart, and you find common ground. Dr. King said, if you want to be understood, you must understand somebody else. So again, we're so thankful to be a part of this ceremony. We're very proud of you. We wish you well. You are our future, and you're going to continue to make us so very proud here in